Everyone sleeps on X, but X is actually a traffic machine if you know how to use it. My name is Liam Turnbull, CEO here at TDM, and in the last 5 years, we've grown over 100 creators to the top 0.1%. And today we're going to have a quick look at X and how you can use it to acquire traffic. Don't forget, there is a link in the description to our totally free of charge Telegram community where we talk about traffic and growing OnlyFans pages all day, every day. There are nearly 6,000 people in the community now, and every day we have different bits of conversation about different parts of OFM, and on a Sunday we even do a live seminar free of charge with no upsells to help you grow your agency. X has always been a staple for most creators, but specifically for those that have something more unique about them, those with a fetish, those with a clear brand. There are essentially 4 different ways that we can drive traffic, and we'll have a quick look at those today. Option 1 is organic posting. Now remember, X loves shareability and controversy, so the most important thing is to make sure that everything you post is shareable. Can you see somebody sharing that content? If the answer is no, then it's probably not worth posting on X. We think 2 to 3 posts in this style per day is the sweet spot per account. So try and stick to that and just put yourself in the shoes of a user. Would you share this content? Yes or no? If the answer is yes, you're probably going to see a solid return. So just think about shareability and controversy at all times when organic posting on X. The next option is to focus on manual retweets, where essentially you are just finding other creators that are within the same sort of niche as you, or if you're an agency, as your creator or creators. Best way to do it is to just build out a database of these creators and then methodically work through and just ask them if they're open for a retweet. If they are, then you can schedule them in, and if they're not, then you can take them off the database. This is a relatively self-explanatory strategy and one that I think really makes sense for most people to do. The next option is to join retweet groups, which is essentially just a way to garner more followers. It's very much a vanity over sanity strategy. It's pretty effective for building your account and gaining followers, but it's less effective for actually converting the traffic. And the main reason for that is that it's not niched. Now, typically how it works when you join the group or are able to get into the group, there will be an SOP that varies based on the group, but essentially in most cases you'll have to retweet others before you can then benefit from the retweets yourself. So you might have to take the last 3 creators in the group that have sent a GIF, for example, and click on their pages and then retweet their pinned post or their most recent posts or whatever the SOP for the group is. And then once you've done that, you'll likely get the chance to GIF yourself and have everybody retweet you. It absolutely has a place. It's absolutely an effective strategy. It's just not the highest converting. So just bear in mind that this is more a strategy for building the page, more vanity than it is sanity, and there's often less traffic because the conversion sucks compared to others. Now, finally, we have paid promo, which on X is actually something that's relatively cost effective and very, very easy to do. There are loads of pages that will offer paid promo on X, and typically for as low as $50 and as much as a few $100, 1,000 tops. So for a relatively reasonable price bracket, we can get access to potentially a much bigger audience. The main consensus with paid promo is that your content has a bigger reach, and that's what you're paying for. But what you've got to remember here is it doesn't matter how much reach the page has access to. If the content is not shareable, it will not perform. So above all else, like anything, is the content. So if you're going to try and take advantage of paid promo and you want to get the return on investment, then think about the content first. But remember, the vendor does not care about your return on investment. So really think that through before you start sending them your content to share, because they will take your money. Their service is to post your stuff. So if you send the stuff and you pay for it, they'll post it, but they don't care about your return. So if you want to get the most out of paid promo, it's down to you to think about how shareable that content is and really how well it will do. Bonus tip, you can also do DMs if you want to. You could mass scale these with tools or with your own VAs if you'd like to manually. This is something that will work. You can both increase your reach and increase your conversion with this strategy, but it is a little bit risky because you are risking your account being banned, especially if you're going to use the tools or you're going to push out the scalability of how many DMs you want to send. So just do this with caution, and bear in mind that from us here at TDM, we choose not to do this because we don't think the reward is greater than the risk here on this particular case. X is an amazing platform and one that you absolutely absolutely want to include within your arsenal, especially if you've got niched and or fetish creators. It's really a non-negotiable in that environment. Twitter and Reddit are your absolute golden tickets if you are a fetish or a very niched creator. So keep that in mind. But unfortunately, the reach just isn't the same as something like Instagram. And so X should be used as one of the many platforms within your OnlyFans marketing strategy. So if you're interested in learning about more platforms, we actually have a link in the description to our free, totally free marketing guide on YouTube, where we essentially cover every platform in as much detail as you need with no cost and no upsell. So link in the description, check that out and let me know in the comments if you found either of these videos valuable. We'll see you in the next one.